Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Rhiannon Harvest. I am a witch and pagan, and today we will be deep diving into how to work with your ancestors. Samhain has passed, it has come and gone, and however, our connection to our ancestors is yet still very strong. So today I wanted to dive into how working with your ancestors can be an extremely powerful practice and how we can continue to honor and connect to them beyond Samhain. So you may ask, why should I work with my ancestors after Samhain? Many cultures actually work with their ancestors throughout the entire year, and I find it to be a beautiful practice to continue to connect to my lineage throughout the year, not just on the most easiest time to connect to them throughout the year, but throughout the more brighter months as well, constantly connecting and growing with them and building that relationship that I had not been able to have a chance to have. This time of year is perfect for reflection and focusing on our innermost thought processes and what we want to connect to going forward in the next coming year. This time of year is really connected to reflecting on those who came before us, and keeping them in mind throughout your entire year is a beautiful practice, over just once a year when it is more popular to do so. One of the things that I love to explore throughout the year is just my roots in general, connecting to the lineage and the strength of my ancestors and my family members over their lifetimes and the struggles that they went through, and connecting to the stories that have been passed down or might even have been lost over the years, and rediscovering those really helps to keep their memory alive. And I really enjoy that practice to carry out throughout my entire year. Another reason you might want to continue to work with your ancestors beyond just that one is just gaining guidance in general over the course of your life. Being able to have your life guided by those who love you the most and have the best and highest hopes for you, with the highest good in mind. Being guided by those who have your highest good in mind is beautiful and a great way to help you push past boundaries and break generational curses and get you past blockages that otherwise you might take several lifetimes to try to uncover and to heal. So it's a good way to kind of like hack the system and really stay in connection with people that have your highest good in mind, and helping you up-level your spirituality and your overall life. Another reason why working with your ancestors on an ongoing basis is a good idea is because it can help you to heal and transform, as I had alluded to in point 2. It is a great way to help uncover and heal wounds and heal curses and blockages within your astral body and in your soul, to help you up level and hit the next level of your transformation while you're here on earth. This is a great way to help to release old patterns and to help you by transforming and transmuting these more negative features of ourselves into something more positive. It can help you release old patterns and transform your life with a more deeper sense of purpose. Now you may ask, how do I prepare an ancestral altar? I'm going to tell you. You want to choose a quiet space and begin with items that represent your ancestors. Photos, heirlooms, or symbols of your heritage. You can leave offerings such as favorite food or drink, herbs or seasonal items like apples or acorns. The act of setting up the altar itself is a gesture of respect and love. Now, every altar is different to the practitioner and to the culture that it comes from. So a more solitary practitioner who's more like earth-based is going to be different than someone that is practicing from a more religious background. So it depends on what you are connected to, what practice you're coming from.
I actually just mixed a combination of Florida water and sweet orange blossom water in that spray bottle, and I wiped down the altar. Now, this is not my permanent setup. This is just an example for you guys. I still have to wash this lace tablecloth runner. It has candle stains on it, so I'm not leaving this on the altar. So I have some pictures here from a family member who actually painted these with chalk. They're beautiful. My grandmother let me have them. So I really connect to that, especially with my artistic connections. And then there's a few things that you want to have on your altar. You want to have a coffee or a teacup. You can use espresso cups if you like. You want to have a little saucer for offerings. There's going to be a goblet that you want to have in the center of the altar, and you're going to fill it to the brim with icy, cold, clean water. This is a catalyst for your ancestors. This is a place where they're able to connect and project their energies towards you. You're also going to want to have an anchor for your altar. So the anchor is some type of spiritual representation. I'm using my ankh here as well as some charms from my shop. I'm using a fairy, a feather, and a shamrock key to represent my family background for now, at least the ones that I'm working with at the moment. There's things that you can leave at your altar as well, like offerings with tobacco. That's very popular. As well as sweets. I don't have any here right now, but I definitely want to get some. Almost another must-have is liquor or libations. For me, I don't leave liquor at my altar, one specifically just for my ancestral background on my Chippewa side. I feel like it would be almost an insult to leave liquor. So just know where you're coming from if you're going to do that, and know, if there's family background that actually might feel a little bit offended from that. As for the table runner, I chose white for winter. In the summer, I actually use a really bright, a rainbow cloth. So this is a place to elevate your ancestors and give rise to their energy. So I like a really nice bright space, bright white, or rainbowy colors. For me, I also have my ancestral oil here on my altar. I am going to link that video in the cards. I actually did that last year, if you want the recipe for that. I also have family Bibles and my oracle cards so that I can pull readings. And I also have a little lantern that I was gifted one year. This little sweets dish is my great grandmother's. It has tea and my smudge in it. And I use that for a very specific ancestral healings and stuff like that. Creating an ancestral altar is a deeply personal and powerful practice for connecting with your lineage and honoring those who came before you. Here are some key elements you might want to include. You can include photographs or mementos. I am leaving these paintings here. I want to keep it pretty general and broad as I'm exploring who in my ancestral lineage I want to work with. But you can have their photos. If you're going to leave photos, make sure that there's no living people in the photos. And if you don't have photos, write down all of their names on a beautifully framed picture and write them in different colors and make it an art piece. That would be a really great option as well. Offerings, you want to place items for your ancestors that that would have appreciated, so such as their favorite foods, drinks, herbs, or flowers. You can do breads or wines. Even a simple bowl of water are common offerings in traditions. Candles, light a candle for each ancestor or as a beacon to guide their spirit to the altar. Black or white candles are traditional, but you can also choose colors that resonate with your family or your culture. In the summer, I really like to go for a rainbow vibe, like I said, so I will have a large 7-day candle with all the rainbow colors. You can leave incense or herbs. You can burn herbs like mugwort, rosemary, or frankincense to cleanse the space and invite ancestral energy. Each herb can have specific meaning depending on your practice. You can have spiritual symbols, incorporating symbols to your family or spiritual path, such as runes, Celtic knots, or items that are tied to your heritage. For me, I have my prayer book that has my Triquetra on it, and this is connected to my family background, as well. The teacup and the saucer are my grandmother's that she gifted me, and then I have the little candy dish that was my great grandmother's, and I've always had that, so that's going to be filled with candy and sweets for them. And then when I'm ready to change it out, you can either eat the candies or give them away. I also have spiritual mementos, so I have my mother's and my grandfather's Bibles, and I also have my oracle cards. I have 2 sets of those. I have my fairy oracle, which I'm extremely tied to, and then I have a oracle for herbal allies, which I am really tied to as well. I also made this little candle skull, which is going to be a candle featured on my shop once I open. I made it in the color purple because it is the color of spirit. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that it inspired you to create your own ancestral altar. This one very specifically is very tied to a folk-based practice. I'm still kind of trying to figure out where I want to go with it, but for right now, I will be keeping this altar as an ancestral altar, but also an altar to the dead. So that's why I'll be keeping the Ankh there, because I am working with the Egyptian deity for the dead, going into this darker season. And yeah, I love you all so very much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure you check out the ancestral oil video that I'll link down in the show notes below. And I hope you have a wonderful day, stay wicked, and I'll see you in the next video.